Clint Wattenberg. I'm the Director of Performance Nutrition at the UFC Performance Institute. We're here at weigh-ins for UFC 248, and what we have behind me here is our rehydration table. Essentially, throughout fight week, our athletes we systematically and strategically reduce body mass by eliminating non-essential body weight. And in the rehydration process, we look to replete as strategically as we can with minimal effect on the gut and on overall health, and with the mindset of doing everything we can to get the body back to as peak as it possibly can be in about 24 hours when they need to step in the cage. Step one is we're repleting electrolytes. We use specifically an electrolyte rehydration product, and we're not focused on repleting any energy in phase one. Phase two, we're continuing to look at repleting electrolytes, but also starting to spark glycogen resynthesis, and in doing so, we're going to increase the energy levels that the athlete's going to take into the cage. We don't do that right away because the gut, especially in a dehydrated state, is going to be a little bit intolerant to increased solute load. That's going to be the sugars and the carbohydrates. So we allow the electrolytes, the fluids to get in before we start getting the sugars. And we use a very specific long-chain carbohydrate that does have a quick absorption rate to get the energy in quickly into the glycogen without causing a lot of gut issues. As we do that, we're going to start increasing including food, the digestive process very slowly. We use a fruit puree that has protein in it, and what that does is the protein actually helps improve fluid absorption from the gut into the blood. And it's fruit puree. The sugar gets shunted over to the liver, so you don't get a big blood sugar spike as well. Plus the protein supports muscle tissue repair and improves fluid absorption rate. At that point, we're stimulating gut motility, gut tolerance to food. We'll include some easily digestible starchy carbohydrates, some crackers, pretzels, those type of things. At that point, what we'll do is we have a gallon made up for each athlete based specifically on the amount of electrolytes they lost over fight week. So we track weight every morning, waking weights. So we know within a pretty small window of how much electrolytes they lost over the week, and so we're repleting the 100% of what they've lost between T1, T2, and then this gallon that's drank over the next several hours, as well as the amount of carbohydrates to optimize those glycogen stores as immediately as we can. This will sip over for the next few hours, and then we use our trifecta meal partner who prepares specific meals optimized to the carbohydrate to protein ratio to support not only tissue repair but the energy levels come over the next 6 hours, as well as tomorrow leading into the fight. So they could be really as peaked for performance stepping in the octagon tomorrow night.
So it's personalized.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
Yep. So the meals are pretty standardized. The electrolytes and the sugars are personalized based on the amount of depletion that they've undergone throughout the fight.
Hi, I'm John.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So inside here, these are basically all the packages for each fighter. They'll come in and you just hand it over and it's done.
Yep. So we know we want to include certain nutrients at certain stages of the rehydration and refeeding process. So the food, again, is we have to operate on scale. So we standardize the food. We'll adjust based on preferences and on aversions and allergies, of course, religious intolerances. But it's really the electrolytes and the carbohydrate repletion process that is really scientific into the down to the very nuanced detail to allow rehydration without gut intolerance, especially with the level of dehydration that we sometimes will see. Athletes may have issues with diarrhea, with nausea, with vomiting, with electrolyte imbalances. So we're very, very targeted on that front.
Israel Adesanya.
Morning, Israel. Morning.
Who wanna guess my weight?
185.
183 and a half. I'm gonna guess. I already knew what it was about 20 minutes ago, but I bet you it's dropped. I'm gonna guess 184.5. That's my guess.
I better get it digital up there. Okay.
Don't worry. I know my body.
I'm gonna put it right there. How's that?
184.5. Walking back around.
184 and a half.
What do you say? Yes. 186 before, 20 minutes ago. I told you, I know my fucking body.
Max is next. He's saying like wait, no. Welker.
Gangster.
Max.
Know my body. Touched it many times. I'm gonna guess for him 186 or 185.4. Yep.
Yoel Romero?
Easy.
Welcome back. Stop, man. 185.
How many years? How many years?
Put your pants on.
Back on the scale, baby. Yoel. Scale, sir. I need to pose, baby. Right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. That's right.
Straight back on the left.
Hey,
Yes.
weigh-in tickets? Type it. You got it. Strong Whaley?
Go, champ.
Honey. 早上好。
Looking good, champ. Looking good.
115.
You want a on J check? Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Nice to see you. 115.
Now the fun part, guys. These are for weigh-ins. So they get the floor. I have them. They're gonna fall out. So much fun. rehydration, it's gonna be neomagnet.
This way.
Oh, that way. Yeah. Sean O'Malley?
Back. 135 and a half.
Right in, right here, 5. Okay, no, this one.
This way.
Jose Quinones?
Check it out. Good morning. 135 and a half.
Right, check that.
Ahí te compraste.
Right here, 575. Okay.
Benil Dariush?
Morning. $156.
Straight ahead, no, just 5.
156.
Thank you.
This way.
Drakkar Close?
Morning, man.
How are you?
Good. You?
How's everybody?
Ready to eat?
A little bit.
All right. 156.
Right here, babe, 575. Thank you.
Max Griffin?
Wait, watch on next.
You know, gotta be clean up
For me,
here.
baby.
Morning, man.
170 and a half.
5 seconds, straight ahead, man. Right here, 5. Thank you, baby.
Who's gonna have to?
I don't know.
This way.
We're gonna go that way, I lied to you.
This way, she lied to us.
Alex Oliveira?
Morning, Alex. 171.
Right here, Alex. 5, 4. Up we go.
Neil Magny. I gotta check.
Yo, Neil!
171.
Right here, Neil. 5 seconds. Right here. 5.
Yo, Neil!
Cool, thank you. This way. Dana. Dana.
Sure. Please, Zhongling.
Morning!
That's what I like, the guy with sense of humor. It's alright, man.
Hey, brother.
Keep your hands at the side, will you?
Put your hands down.
171.
Right here. 5 seconds. 5. Thank you.
Yep, that way. Yep. Austin Hubbard. Come on out. Here, I'll take your clothes. And then just be very still on the scale until he reads your weight.
It is, but not here. Las Vegas. It's out of this county. It's by county by county. There's like
154 and a half.
Yo, Austin!
5 seconds. 5.
Don't drive the hour. Lose money, I guess.
You want to put shoes on while you walk up there?
Don't think you're actually handsome or desirable. Not really, because you know what they're doing. That's all over my life.
Gerald Mearshart.
Who's after that? Good morning. How you doing? Good. Good to see you. Too. You should continue to success. We good. $185.
I get Gerald. Right here, baby. 5, 4. Thank you, baby.
How you doing? Good. 185 and a half.
Right here, this one, baby. 5. Thank you.
Do I eat it? Thanks, buddy.
Pollyanna Viana.
See you. 116.
Guido Canetti? After him, there's Sean O'Malley.
Morning. Good morning.
It's just rare.
135 and a half.
Thank you.
Supper big, supper up?
Say it again 3 times.
Keep your hands down. Put your hands on the side. Up. Yeah, thanks. 186.
Stop it.
186. This way, guys.
Oh, that way, guys. Yep, good.
Right around the corner, back into
Marco Madsen? Right over here. Oh, wait.
Wish you continued success. 156.
Right here, Mark. 5 seconds. 5, 4,
Neil Magny.
1. Perfect. Thank you.
Straight through that door, guys. Donna Buttrell?
Good morning. Thank you. 136.
Wait. Somebody get it back on the scale?
Oh, no, on the scale.
Right here. Thank you.
Right this
Straight
way.
across that way. Giga Chikaze? We'll try it first, and then we'll get it. Just be very still.
$146.
This way.
It's good you told him. You know, wait. 15 plus or something before. Good luck, man.
Hidalgo Vieira.
$186.
You go straight this way. That door, okay? Jamal Emmers.
I did it on purpose.
I know that. I love it.
Good morning. Nice to see you, man. $145 and a half.
Straight ahead, Jamal. 5 seconds.
Copy break.
Thank you, baby. Watch your hair.
This way.
He's gotta grab his stuff real quick. Got all his clothes.
I got 50.
We're on hold
3.
for a second.
Emily Whitmere.
Hands are down.
Here.
Watch, watch,
John,
your,
wanna come grab her?
watch your step going up there. Alright, she's gotta see where she's going.
Just, I think she wants to cover stuff. When we get on the scale, keep your arms straight down, okay? Just watch your step. Good.
Make sure her hands are down, please. $117 and a half.
All right, we're gonna step back down. We'll get your dress and then we'll jump on the scale to pose. Closer. Yeah, jump. You're okay.
Good?
No, you've been checking. Back in the stand.
That's actually good.
You got her? Okay.